Welcome to Let's Go Live Writing Sprints. I am behind today. I feel like I say that every single time I am on here on a Saturday. But I was waiting for the lawn crew to finish up because, you know, we always battle for the same time, me and the lawn crew. And then I spilled my water everywhere. So I was like, I'm going to be so early. I'm going to like jump on here. It'll be great. And then spilled my water everywhere. Good morning, Mama Bird. Okay, I am not going to have Sebastian to you, obviously, by yesterday because, girl, I'm still writing it. It took me forever to get Paolo formatted and ready to go and my pre-order and all my links. So I am behind, ma'am. But I promise I'm going to have you. Ooh, that's good grammar. I'm going to have Sebastian to you next Friday, the first 20,000 words. So for you guys that are joining, Mama Bird Edits is my awesome developmental editor, Jessica. So you'll see her in the acknowledgments because I love her. And she's really been helping me out launch my new Cougars and Cubs Series, which is a smaller novella series, like more compact, and trying to make it meet my beat sheet. Good morning. Author Roxy, I know. Jessica's awesome. So if you need a developmental editor, hit her up. Mom Bird Edits is her handle. Good morning, EB. Are you joining me in the comments or are you joining me on the screen? You let me know because I know it's early there. I was thinking about you, EB, the other day because my daughter, she's in the drill team. And they have these games. I'm in Houston, San Antonio is 3 hours away, Dallas is 4 hours away, Beaumont's 2. So when they get done with their football game on a Friday night, because you know, Friday Night Lights in Texas, y'all, is a big deal. So they pull in on these charter buses like, I don't know, midnight, 1 in the morning. And so I was thinking about you, EB, because I'm going to have to stay up. I'm going to have to take a nap in order to stay up to pick her up from school because they do not allow any of the students to drive themselves home when they're coming in that late, which is so smart. Even if you're a senior, even if you're 18, they won't allow it. But I plan on going live the next morning. And so I was like, I'm going to have to take a nap to pick her up at 1 in the morning next Friday night. And then I'm going to be like EB, who's tired on this writing sprints. So, okay, you're up at 5 a.m. reading the second book manuscript to my aunt. You're still in bed. That is smart. I'm glad the school does that restriction. I know it does. It is a private school, so they can do that. I don't think, if they went to public, they could. But yeah, we live inner city, so nothing against HISD, but they literally just got taken over by the state of Texas. And there was a report that came out in the newspaper. I mean, it's been a war between like the state of Texas, HISD, and then the city of Houston officials diving in, which I'm like, y'all need to fix city of Houston before y'all worry about the school district. Anyway, but they had, some of the scores had not had an increase or they hadn't improved in 19 years. Like they showed like fourth graders math was like negative numbers, like a negative percentage of improvement. And then their English for like third graders only improved 1% over the last 19 years. So, whew, those are horrible results. And so it's kind of no wonder they got taken over. Anyway, I got way political this morning. That's crazy. Ugh, let's not do that. Okay, so EB, you're going to be in the comments. And I don't know if, I know Omni, she is on a 1 month sabbatical or 1 month leave from the Navy. So she is not in Dubai right now. I'm always side-eyed Texas and the education there. Yeah, ma'am, that's why mine go to private, at least with the history textbooks. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on the book ban. Me and my sister got into a really heated discussion about it because there was the city of so HISD had a book by Maya Angelou that was not part of the curriculum, but two teachers or like two high schools decided to feature this Maya Angelou book, which I always thought she was a wonderful person. But this particular passage in the book was talking about her being pressured into a threesome, and they were having high schoolers read it. And so that was in the news, super duper controversial. City of Houston's up in arms. They're blaming HISD. HISD is like, this was not part of the curriculum. This is actually on one of our banned book lists by the state of Texas. We don't know how it got in. And I was like, whew, this is a mess. So that all happened, I think, like 2 weeks ago, and it was a big deal here in the news. And so it even had like questions after you read that, like, can you summarize this threesome and how she was pressured into it? I was like, okay, I don't know any school that would be appropriate for. So, but apparently like these two high schools just kind of went rogue, is what everybody is like, you know, the whole finger pointing business that we like to do here in Texas politics. Yeah, I hope Omni is enjoying her time with her family. Last time I talked to her, she was in London, running around London. I was like, okay, girl, stop bragging. And then that was on her way back to the States to spend time with her baby. She has little ones like 3 and 4 years old, or maybe 4 and 5. And then her husband. So she's off for a month, off for social media, like living her best life back here in the States. So I am glad, because I was kind of worried with what's going on with Israel and Palestine, the Gaza Strip, and that horrible situation. It's so very sad. How that would affect her if she would be called up, because, you know, they're in that area. She's in the Navy. I think they were sending, I heard that they were sending a couple of ships over there just to kind of, you know, be in the area if needed. So anyway, and I know Sienna was like, girl, I can't stay up. So she's not joining us. Okay, all that to be said, I'm working on Sebastian. So Paolo is done. The arc. Good morning, Cassie's. I want to hear what you're writing. I think you still are writing on that manuscript that you're going to do that like rapid release for. Well, not rapid release, but you're going to do a multi-book release next year. Can I get that right? So welcome. I hope you're ready to go. I've been just blabbering on way too long. But so Paolo, which is the first book in the Cougars and Cubs series, the arc is out to the arc team as of yesterday. It went out to my super close beta brain trust team the day before, and I was trying to get it out earlier to them, but I kept having all these formatting problems. I don't know why. But anyway, if you are still interested in that arc, you can sign up. I have the link still in my bio. It's a short read. It's about 40,000 words. And so today I'm working on Sebastian. So my goal, obviously, if you heard me when I first started this, is to get it to my dev editor, Jessica, who's on here, Mama Bird Edits, by next Friday, the first 20,000 words. Yeah, but I'm working, Cassie said she's working on her boyfriend's resume today. Oh, girl, you are in our thoughts, because resume writing is... You're like a special kind of June bug, because it's misery. Nobody likes to do it. It's a necessary evil. Obviously, everyone judges you off what, you know, your resume looks like, so it's important. But I think you can get resume writing gigs on Fiverr, and that's something, you know, definitely worth the money. So anyway, I'm working on Sebastian. I'm trying to get 4,000 words down a day, because I'm so far behind in this book. I have to have it, the final product, over to Mama Bird by the end of the month, because then I roll into NaNoWriMo, and that is Isla's book. And you know, if you do participate in NaNoWriMo, it's 50,000 words. My goal is 60,000, because I was able to do 60,000 for Hamilton in July. So my eyeballs may be bleeding by the end of November, but that's my tight schedule. And then I have to go into writing Giovanni, which is book 3 in the Cougars and Cubs series, because that is all related to like January and fitness and all of our resolutions that we all make, but then we break and we don't have them by February. So his story is totally a January New Year's resolution story. So I'm glad I got through the read with my aunt. I read it to her in 2 days. Oh my gosh. I tried to stop earlier last night and she demanded I finish. Evie, that is so, so, so good. Okay, so 1, did she give you really good feedback? How do you feel about reading it to her? And 2, obviously she must have loved it if she demanded that you finish it. So I bet you are very tired today. Okay, I'm trying to get here we go. My beautiful roses. Okay, so we will do our usual 25 minutes of writing, 5 minutes of chit-chat, which ends up being more because I talk way too much. And then, if we can try and do this, like, I can do it 3 times, the 25, so we can go, like, for about an hour and a half, or we'll just see what everybody feels like doing. Yeah, that's an awesome way. She hates contemporary romance, Evie, your aunt, and so she still heard it anyway. That's so sweet. Why does she hate contemporary romance? It's so... To me, it's kind of like, or maybe it's the sex scenes people don't like. Timer. Maybe that's it. But to me, it's kind of, one of the more bland ones. I couldn't do, like, horror. They give me nightmares. I don't even know if y'all can see that. Are y'all close enough? I don't know why today it's all off. I don't know. I should like mark a spot of tape on the floor, and then I wouldn't have to figure out where to put my tripod every dang time. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. So hopefully you guys can see. Alrighty, so we'll put on 25 minutes. So Evie says, she said the first book was like a cherry on top. Oh, but this one I'm working gave her the cake. She said they often aren't realistic even though they're supposed to be. Oh, that's for sure. But, I feel like romance can be whatever you want it to be. And everybody's writing about their dream boyfriend anyway. Maybe not the one they're dating or married to. Okay, so if y'all want to go ahead, we will get started. 25 minutes. I'll mute my line because, Bulldog likes to go in and out, shuffle outside the door. So anyway, 25 minutes. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Okay, now it's 25 minutes. I had to get up and let the bulldog out a couple times. You know, the weather here is stunning. We have, I don't know if we're still in our drought. We were in that drought like all summer long, and it was, I think, 6 weeks of no rain, or maybe 2 months. And then we had like 2 months of no rain, 6 weeks of 100-degree weather. So today is 66 and it's so nice out. And so he just wants to hang out on the back patio. So I can't blame him though, because sometimes I ride out there when the weather is not 100 degrees. So how did you guys do? Evie, I don't know why I'm always kicked off from your live. I'm on my PC now. Maybe this will be better. I hope everyone can get the words in. That's so sweet. You know how sometimes when you write, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm writing so much, I'm on fire. And then when you actually look at your starting point, you're like, that wasn't that much. So I kind of felt that because I'm writing Sebastian's chapter and I want it to be like 7-8 pages. And I'm like, okay, well, this chapter is done. I'm ready to move on. And then when I looked, I had only written like 4 pages for him. So I'm like, you're going to need to continue. So anyway, I think I got, I don't know, 6 pages in for him instead of my usual 7-8, but I don't think that matters. Anyway, I got 689 words that writing session, so that was pretty good. Even though I was like, I'm done, on to hers, so we'll write hers next. And so that's one of the things I'm teaching myself is my dark romance series is single POV, and then I have bonus chapters on my website that are from the other person's point of view. But on this series, I was going to do, I'm doing a multi-point of view for me that's trying to just, learn to be better at my craft, learn something new, become a better writer. So it's been a little bit challenging for me because you kind of have to figure out, like, which scenes do you want told by who, and then plan that. And so that's why I've been working with Mama Bird, because she's been helping me with my beat sheet that I created specifically for this series. It's finally cooled down here. I love that, quality over quantity. But at the same time, you can always add more meat, pun intended, because I'm writing romance. And actually, I just finished up. He was like, self-indulging, if you will, in the shower. So that's what I was writing with you guys today. But he's done. So he's done in the shower. And so anyway, I move on to her. Okay, chapter sizes are all over the place. See, that's good to know. I was trying to keep it consistent, but he has one chapter that is like 4 pages, and I just couldn't add anything more because I wanted like the next section of the story to be told by Chloe. And so I was like, that's it. He only gets 4 pages. And so I'm glad to hear that it really does not matter how many pages each character gets. And I don't know if readers even care, or if they pay attention, as long as the story flows. I did get a really nice compliment from one of my beta readers late last night. I don't know what I was doing. I was staying up till I was just sitting binge watching Netflix, which I really never do, but I'm like, girl, go to bed. Anyway, really late last night, one of my betas had said Paolo was one of the best short story, novellas that she's ever written, or ever read. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, that was so validating, because of course this is my first attempt. I'm literally doing everything totally different on this series than I do my dark romance. And so, you have imposter syndrome, you feel insecure about it. And so when she was like, this is one of the best books I've written or I've read, I was just like, yes, I'm doing something right. So it's kind of like when you turn in your paper and you get like a, A from the teacher. That's what it felt like. Obviously, I need that kind of validation. I think that speaks to like a childhood trauma probably somewhere. I really don't, multiple point of view is difficult. It is. I mean, you know, as the author, you have it all in your head, so you have to figure out, like, okay, what does she know? What does he know? And obviously, they don't know everything like the author does. I really don't like the ones where both people recount the same scene and I end up reading the same stuff over and over again. Ugh, I know what you're saying. Like, to me, it's just repetitive. And you're like, I get the gist of it. I get the gist of it. And I feel that you can kind of move the scene on, or at least the way I'm writing my new project is you can move this scene on and then have like emotional references back to what she said or a recall. So I think there's kind of a better way to do it. We don't need to be like in their head all the way around the scene. But I know it's kind of common. Maybe you love all the meat. So this Sebastian book, Paolo was playful. So he was like a really playful character both in and out of the bedroom. Sebastian is sad and sassy. So I already had one of my alpha readers, she has like, you know, a couple chapters of Sebastian and she's like, my maternal instinct is kicking in and not my like, I want to drag him to the bedroom and have my way with him. And so she said, so I'm going to need you to probably like rewrite this or you're going to have to spice it up because I feel so sad for him in the opening chapter of how like he lost his parents and he's nostalgic and it's Christmas. And she's like, so you're going to have to sex this up because Sebastian is too sad. And I was like, well, that's just how it goes. Sometimes, you know, Sebastian will be sassy, he's sexy, but, you know, he also has trauma, sadness, like everybody does. So anyway. Is it Karen? Karen Corner? Welcome. Tell us what you're working on if you're doing writing sprints. So, anyway, I got, 689 words that sprint. I'm now going to work on Chloe's chapter because, you know, Sebastian had his self-time in the shower, if you know what I mean. So he's like getting all dressed up in a tuxedo and he's like, I'm going to go get this chick. So he's going to like seal the deal with trying to get her interested, probably hammered, and then fall into bed sometime during this Christmas party, but we will see. So we're going to do another 25 minutes and then 5 minutes of chit-chatting and then another 25 minutes and then we'll be finito for Saturday. And we'll have a really productive writing sessions in the bag. So I'm going to start 25 minutes. Obviously mute my line because you may have seen me get up because I had to let Bulldog in and out because he really wants to be outside. But he feels obligated to be inside with me. So anyway, 25 minutes. Here we go. Good luck. Start and mute. Alrighty, 25 minutes is up. That went fast. I realized that I think I gave Sebastian, the main character, a last name, but I can't find it. So now I'm like trying to hunt around and find like what is his last name. And another thing I'm doing different on this series is I'm trying to keep like a series Bible for all the little details. Like I know Evie, me and you have talked about doing the Dungeons and Dragons character sheets, but I'm kind of lazy. And I want to keep it all like in the spreadsheet. So like Sebastian is like line 2, and here's all the, physical attributes, the idiosyncrasies, things that they kind of like always do that make people more real. And so anyway, I can't find his last name. I thought I put it somewhere, and I picked Anderson as just like a filler, and I know that's on the blurb, and it's also on my arc in the blurb, but I'm like, that's not a very Italian name, so I can't think of what I was going to call him, because I did pick out an Italian name, and now I can't find it. Thus, why I should have my book Bible up to date, my series Bible. But anyway, how did it go for you guys? Were you able to get some words in? It got so dark. I don't know why it's so dark in my room. The sun is out. It's still beautiful. But anyway, I did not get as many words down just because I was trying to figure out like what direction to go with the story. I know. Thanks, Evie. I do hope I find, I think I Googled like some of the most popular names in Italy, last names. And I'll have to go and hopefully I saw the Google search. Or I just start over. But I'm pretty sure I picked his name. I just can't remember where I put it. So that's terrible. I know, hopefully I'll find it again. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I have Anderson a few places, and I'm like, that's not going to work. So anyway, so this chapter I was trying to write was really just kind of prepping, I think, where I want, he dressed up in a tuxedo. So I'm like, okay, where is he meeting her? How's this going to go down? So it's kind of like planning that way. But I didn't get that many words down. How did you guys do? Evie, are you editing or are you writing? I feel like you have a million things going on. And I don't know if Cassie's is still on. Cassie usually writes. So, let's see. How many words I got? Oh wait, here it is. I think I got 387 words. So like I said, I was kind of like starting. I had to go and look at other documents to figure out where I'm at in my beat sheet, and then write hers. Like, okay, what is this supposed to be in this scene? If you've ever heard that, like, scene to sequel, it's supposed to be like, okay, what happened in the next scene that ties it all together and obviously moves the plot line forward. No words. I'm formatting and editing and catching up on DMs while drinking juice for breakfast. I know, but that's social media. That's still, it can be a huge amount of time that you have to dedicate to that. So I totally agree. So if you guys want to stay on, we can do like another 25 minutes, or we can sign off. It's I'm going to continue writing, so it's just up to y'all if you want to continue hanging out with me. And I think like Bulldog has to go out again. I'm telling you, that kid. So what do you want to do? Should we continue writing, hanging out? Do another 25 minutes. I kind of was in the middle of a thought, and now I'm just like, is that going to work? So anyway, let's do another 25 minutes, and then we'll have a little wrap up at the end. Yeah, it's too much time and Canva has not been working well. I know I love Canva. I pay for Canva Pro, but I love it. But sometimes, like the idea in my head is not what comes out on the screen, but that's just me. I'm not as talented as some of these like social media managers, but I try. All right, I'm gonna put 25 minutes up. I have to step away because he's wanting to go back outside again. So I'm gonna start 25 minutes. Good luck, whatever you guys are working on. Hit start. Mute us, and good luck. right. I pay for Pro 2 and I want my money back. I legit have not been able to use it consistently over the past couple weeks due to outages. I wonder what that is, EB. Like, I wonder why you're having so much problem with it. You know, because Canva's always available. I have it on my phone. I have it on my laptop. And so, you know, some things are just easier to do on your phone or if you're on the go. So I wonder why it's giving you such a problem. I have outages like that. So I have a Mac and certain things don't plug in as well as they should. So Grammarly, the plugin sometimes doesn't work. ProWrite Aid, the plugin barely works. You know, I already paid for that. And so now, I've heard if you're on a PC, it's better. But if you're on a Mac, the plugin, you have to like uninstall and reinstall. And then if you have too many characters, 150,000 characters, it won't work anymore. And you have to cut and paste different sections back into the web version of ProWrite Aid. And I'm like, just fix my mistakes as I'm typing. So anyway, I hope that you guys had a good session. I was shaky. I'm hungry. I'm like, I don't know, this scene is flowing. I can't get it quite right. And so I'm getting distracted. So that's always a good time to take a break, regroup, think about what I want the goals for this scene and the characters to be, and then write it from there. So anyway, I'm going to sign off here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. I hope it's restful, restorative, rejuvenating, all the R's. And then I will see you guys next Saturday. So ciao for now.